or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off of steel. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboards, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
Man, what's really, really good, man? It is nice to be back. It's been a crazy week in sport, you know? I mean, I guess it ain't been too crazy, though, right? You just got, like, the NFL trading deadline and came and went, you know what I'm saying? And basketball really starting to heat up, you know what I'm saying? And you know, hockey starting to heat up, you know what I'm saying? You know how this go, man. So we back at it like a crack addict. You know how we do. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you will see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Man, what's popping? I hope your favorite team did something that you wanted to see. All right, because the trading deadline was crazy, crazy work. All right. Right now, I'm just getting my share on, you know what I'm saying, get my people in here. You know, let's politic for a minute about these sports and what's transpiring. Basketball looking crazy too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Luka, Wembanyama, they just look. Them dudes looking unstoppable right now. Okay. The Cavs finally came back. Kinda came back all the way healthy. You know, new acquisitions is still you know, acclimating to the team or whatnot, but it seems like it's going in a good direction. I ain't gonna lie, man. It seemed pretty all right so far. Me personally, you know, it's my favorite part of the year. You know what I mean? That part of the year where you get to see all the sports, man. Baseball just ended, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? Winning they oh, this how they got it going down like this? I'm mad. For the shout out to the Dodgers for winning this the World Series, back-to-back champs. You know what I'm saying? It ain't something that's done very often. But they did they thuggy. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Blue Jays for putting up a nice fight, taking it to 7 games. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't really get to pull it out this year like y'all wanted to, but y'all do got a nice team, and yeah, I foresee y'all being back sometime soon. So you know, Vlad Guerrero Jr. doing what he doing in his dad old team. You know what I mean? I think it's all right. But first, I want to kind of go over. Oh my God! Don't you hate when things just don't do what you ask them to do? Technology is just so aggravating sometimes. You know, I kind of just wanted to go over some of the trades that went over during the trading deadline. Let's start with Sauce Walker. Sauce Gardner. I called him Sauce Walker. Shout out to Sauce Walker though. I probably was just listening to a song of his not too long ago. Shout out to Sauce Gardner though. Getting a chance to go from worst to first, right? Sauce was just with the Jets, drafted by the Jets, made his name with the Jets, and now he is an Indianapolis Colt. He was traded from the New York Jets to the Indianapolis Colts for Adonai Mitchell, a 2026 first round pick, and the 2027 first round pick. But the Jets, they really didn't stop there. The Jets also traded defensive tackle Quentin Williams to the Jets for defensive tackle Mozzie Smith, a 2026 second round draft pick, and a 2027 first round draft pick. Quentin is a dog at a D tackle, so that was lightweight crazy work. But them are not guys Aaron Glenn drafted. The Jets, definitely need quite a few pieces to make it work. Wait, hold on. But yeah, though, I know Glenn looking to rebuild the team the way he wants to. Sometimes you gotta give up pieces that you really want. And it's cool. You know what I mean? Things happen. You know what I mean? It's okay. The Seattle Seahawks traded with the New Orleans Saints for wide receiver Rashid Shaheed. They received a 2026 fourth round draft pick and a 2026 fifth round draft pick for giving up their player. Seattle already got a pretty nice receiving group. I guess they need to add a little more to it. My guy, Sam Darnold over there, proving that he's not a bust, that he can still play. So shout out to Sam Darnold. The Jaguars traded with the Raiders. The Jaguars receiver. Oh my God. Is we back? We good?
Yeah, you back. Yeah, you back. You can hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, man. The Raiders, they trade veteran wide receiver Jacoby Myers to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I guess the Jaguars got a few injuries at wide receiver with Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas, excuse me. So they need to add a little something to give Trevor Lawrence some type of weapons, huh? They traded Jacoby for a fourth round pick in 2026 and a sixth round pick in 2026. I don't know how much it's gonna move the needle, but I can understand. Oh, MG. Man, if y'all only know. Okay. The Cleveland Browns. They made a trade. They traded 1 year acquisition Joe Tryon Shoyinka and a 7th round pick in 2026 to the Bears for a 6th round pick in 2026. I think this now gives the Browns 11 draft picks in the upcoming draft. We're going to have to fact check that and make sure that's real. But it definitely gives the Browns a chance to move up and down the board for players. Maybe, this upcoming draft, they'll come out, shine like they did in this last year's draft. And that's something the Browns really need. Okay, we getting there. So, Who else made a trade? Oh, the Dallas Cowboys. Now, before they traded for Quentin Williams, they made a trade with the Cincinnati Bengals. And they traded a 2026 seventh round pick to the Bengals for linebacker Logan Wilson. A lot of people are high on Logan Wilson. I'm in the middle. I think every player has a chance to make a name for themselves. Ooh, they got to make a name for themselves if they're in the right situation. Is Dallas the right situation for Logan? Time will tell. But I don't mind him getting out of Cincinnati because they ain't about to do nothing no way. So it's all good. The Cowboys, they defense still kind of suck anyway, but maybe this will help. Get two guys in there who are really ready trying to play. Right as the trading deadline was ending, you have the Los Angeles Chargers making a trade with the New Orleans Saints. They acquire offensive tackle Trevor Penny in exchange for a 6th-round pick in 2027. The Chargers just looking up to shore up their line a little more. They got a couple injuries, and they need to get a vet in there or somebody in there to help them out. The Jets, even though they started getting rid of a lot of people, hold on. Okay, we right back like cook crack. All right, so as I was saying, the Jets did a lot of sending out players. They actually did acquire a player. Defensive back Shedeur Taylor. They acquire him from the Los Angeles Chargers for a 2028 conditional 7th-round pick. The Jets did trade a defensive back a couple weeks ago, Michael Carter II. They traded him to the Eagles for John Mechie, if I am mistaken, wide receiver John Mechie. Mechie was originally drafted by the Texans. Then he was traded to Philly, and now Philly is sending him to New York. So, I don't know if it moves the needle or not, but it is what it is. But these type of trades I'm about to get into definitely going to have some impact, right? The Baltimore Ravens, they traded with the Tennessee Titans, and they acquired linebacker Draymond Jones. Oh, State Buckeye. He goes from Tennessee to Baltimore for a 2026 conditional 5th-round pick. Baltimore getting healthy, bruh. It's going to get real. I ain't going to hold you. It's going to get so real. And then let's talk about Philly. Philadelphia, in another trade, acquired linebacker Jalen Phillips from the Miami Dolphins for a 3rd-round pick in 2026. Philly was making a lot of little moves leading up, okay? Philly also made a trade with the Baltimore Ravens, acquiring cornerback Jair Alexander in a 7th-round pick in 2027 for Baltimore's pick. And then they sent Baltimore a 2026 6th-round pick. I don't know, man. Is Jair still the same player he used to be? If he is, it's a great move of Philly and a steal. If not, then Baltimore got out when they were supposed to. It's hard to really say right now, but Philly is the defending champions, and once you start getting into it with the defending champions, attitude could change a whole lot. Again, this trade I was talking about earlier, Philadelphia trades acquires Michael Carter II and the 2027 7th-round pick from the Jets in exchange for wide receiver John Mechie III and a 2027 6th-round pick. I think Mechie getting paired with Garrett Wilson just might be something. I'm going to do a couple more trades. The Steelers, well, that's old trade. We were just talking about trade deadline stuff. The old trades, man, that ain't no thing. You know, this trade deadline wasn't as eventful as some others you were in the past years. What I will say though is it's only a few teams that's contending. The Colts look like they're gonna try to do something, but we all know in the AFC, the Chiefs gonna be there some type of way. Buffalo gonna be there some type of way. The Chargers look like they're making a case to be there some type of way. And then it's lightweight, just everybody else. Baltimore could surge. They look like they're coming back to win the division. Pittsburgh is still in it somehow, some way. And like I said, then it's everybody else. In the NFC, it's more of a battle. A lot of teams that seem out of it still have a chance to go on a 2 or 3 game winning streak and really make some noise. So, I think leading up to going towards the end of the season, man, it's gonna be really, really interesting. But I just don't foresee nothing too crazy happening because I just don't. I mean, the only thing shocking to me that could happen is if Indianapolis don't lose another game or the Chiefs don't make it to 500. That would probably be the most shocking things to me. Everything else is kind of like it is what it is. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you miss the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. All right, man. Let's hold on. Get my shirt back on again. Because now we about to start talking about these Browns. All right. Now we about to really start talking about these Browns. Because that's really what we came to talk about, right? And it's before I venture into basketball. Again, basketball has been extremely entertaining. I've enjoyed what I've been able to catch and see so far. So it's been cool to me. All right. But before I even get into all that, let's talk about some things that's been going on. The Browns are losing. No, let's not say that. Paul DePodesta, who is Chief Strategy Officer for the Browns for the past 8 or 9 years, is now going back to his calling, his roots in baseball, as he has just been hired to be the president of baseball operations for the Colorado Rockies. So shout out to Paul DePodesta for getting to do something he wants to do in a sport he really wants to do it in. When it comes to him with the Browns, I'm gonna stand on my square. I've been one person saying I don't even know why he there. Okay, they say he rely heavy on analytics. His title was Chief Strategy Officer. So, which means when it came to game planning and things like that, he was consulted in more than just a minor way. Andrew Berry is now the head man up top. He is the vice president of football operations. But that just came about over the last season, think this offseason, middle of last season. So to me, what verifies that is the draft. This past draft was amazing. You know, I don't think too much analytics was involved. I liked it. And if it was involved, it was involved where it was necessary. I think there's a room for balance. You know, passing the eye test, the stat test, the competition test, and analytical. If all of them lines up, you probably got a really good prospect, most likely. So I'm not opposed to analytics. I'm just opposed to a guy having somewhat say on the final say so, and he don't know too much about football. Now, being able to identify characteristics is not necessarily knowing the field. But nonetheless, now there's no room to blame anybody but either Andrew Berry or Kevin Stefanski for whatever Cleveland does or does not do, which I'm more comfortable with. Take out the variables, right? You don't need that. What to do, guys? In other news, Tommy Rees, offensive coordinator Tommy Rees, he will now be doing the play calling. I know this seems familiar because last year Ken Dorsey took over in the middle of the season doing the play calling. And when it comes to this specific topic, right, I genuinely feel like I don't think Kevin Stefanski wants to call plays. I don't. Now, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I just don't think Kevin Stefanski wanted to call plays to begin with. I don't think he ever had a desire to do that. Yep, back to baseball, DeePodesta goes. But coming out of the bye, we're facing the Jets, two teams virtually in the same position. I would say we're a little farther along than the Jets, though, because we do have pieces to build around, and we're really just a few pieces away from actually being something solid all the way around. But Tommy Rees, man, he was the play caller for Joe Milling when he was at Alabama. He was the tight end coach here for a second before he was promoted to offensive coordinator. He'll be working exclusively, well, not exclusively, but more with Chad O'Shea on the passing coordination and all that. And Kevin Stefanski gets to play a real head coach job. Kevin did, throw in a caveat that he'll still have say on the plays. I just genuinely think he was supposed to say that. And I could be wrong, yo. I could be very wrong. But I just think, when you in those type of positions, you don't necessarily want to throw people under the bus unnecessarily, even though we've seen them do that. We definitely have. Or what seems like it is. Dylan Gabriel will continue to start, which I don't think is a bad thing. The injury report leading into this game so far, Joe Bitonio fully practiced. Isaiah Bond did not. Tyson Campbell, cornerback, fully practiced. Harold Fannin did not. Miles Harden fully practiced. Isaiah McGuire fully practiced. Cam Robinson fully practiced. Shedeur fully practiced. Carson Schlesinger did not. And Cedric Tillman fully practiced. So you may not have Isaiah, or you may not have Fannin available for Sunday's game. We don't know yet. It's only Friday. But you will have Cedric Tillman back and a lot of other pieces on that offense. So, Dylan Gabriel has, under-impressed or been unimpressed.
I just came back in from making this damn breakfast. Nigga hungry. But you talked about the Tommy Rees and all that?
No, we actually still there. Which we there right now.
All right. This one. Why everybody keep comparing him and fucking Ken Dorsey together?
Well,
Because that's all. Every time they talk about, okay, he gave up the play call, they like, oh, we seen this before, but we haven't. We haven't seen it with him. They keep comparing him and Ken Dorsey together and shit. Ain't that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Ken Dorsey. Yeah, they keep comparing him and Ken Dorsey together. Like, oh, this is nothing. We seen this before. They did it last year. Like it was with him and shit.
Man, these the same people who we talk about. This regime is responsible for what? What's them cats' names? For what Butch Davis and them did in the early days, or what Chris Palmer and them did. Like I had this conversation a lot where I tell them, hey, stop trying to blame this regime for what y'all seen from the team 30 years ago. It's just not. It's not realistic. We don't know what Tommy Rees is going to do with this team. Hold on. We have no clue on what type of packages he wants to run or what his ideas for getting more momentum on the offense is. We don't know until we see it. Some people just already convinced. They don't want to see the micro changes and how things add up. You know, they just assume everything is supposed to be a dramatic overhaul and one quick instance. I hope Tommy Rees is the play caller that we all dreamed we've been wanting. Why? Because I'm tired of not having an answer. Listen, I don't think Jim Schwartz should be calling the defensive plays. You know, just as much as Kevin Stefanski shouldn't be calling the offensive plays, I don't think Jim Schwartz should be calling the defensive plays. I would very much like him to give it up to somebody else over there and let me see what they can do. But Tommy Rees is used to working with college-type quarterbacks. He has a little more understanding of how to utilize them. And now that he's been in the NFL for a couple of years, I'm pretty sure he's came up with his own way in his own mind of how to attack things, especially with this Cleveland Browns squad. But I ain't gonna lie. It don't matter who calling the plays if Dylan Gabriel ain't throwing it to the open receiver. Doesn't matter. You can get Joe Montana or Tom Brady in here to call the plays. If dude ain't gonna throw it to the people he need to throw it to, none of that matters. None of it exists. It doesn't matter. So hopefully, you know, the first thing that I'm hoping is that we look better. The offense has to be some type of threat, man. It's got to be a threat in some type of way. Some type of way. But if this guy comes out, Dylan Gabriel, and he sucks again, I mean, let's just call it what it is. He just sucks sometimes. Like his play sucks. I'm not saying him as a talent sucks, but his play sucks. His decision making sucks. Nobody on no level of football wants a quarterback that plays scared. And I feel like he plays scared, and he doesn't have to. Bro, you either gonna make it or you not. You either gonna be something or you not. You being scared to throw certain passes don't help your cause, bro. Let that boy rip. If you throw 45 interceptions, so be it. But at least you're not scared to make the attempt. Okay?
That's one thing about 12. He gonna let that bitch rip. He gonna go for that motherfucker. But as far as I think from what I've been hearing.
Go ahead. No, say that. From what you've been hearing.
I ended up hitting the button. From what I've been hearing, they supposed to step it up this week and throw that ball down the field for we'll see. We'll see. And I heard a lot of players was way happy with the change going to Tommy Rees. So we'll see, man. But you right, his decision making been trash and shit. A lot of times coaches can't fix that, man.
Gang.
Can't fix you if you're scary. It ain't nothing they can do about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Place you.
Nothing they can do about that. Tillman come back, so let's see if he can stay healthy. But it's looking like my boy. I love Tillman, but it's looking like my boy might be injury prone. But you don't think he gonna do good this game, Gabriel?
I don't think Dylan Gabriel has gave me no reason to believe he's gonna do more than what he's doing. I'm just here to try to encourage him to leave it all on the field, bro. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason for you to play scared, my guy. Like none. Like it will not benefit you any to play like a sucker. And and it's probably not right for me to word it in that way. It's probably a little harsh, but bro, you playing like you cannot play like your job is secure. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be out there trying to play like you don't got nothing to lose, bro. You got everything to lose. You literally have everything to lose. Like, you have everything to lose, bro. You are not the solidified starter. You are not the guy that they're clamoring about. Bro, you are a third round pick, which means, in my opinion, you were drafted to be a backup. Nothing about your draft position says you were drafted to be that guy.
Projected to go in the third round too. I think they had him in like fifth round, sixth round, some shit like that. And is we at home or is we in New York?
We on the road. We in New York. To those sentiments, I must keep saying this. Dylan Gabriel is going to be groomed to be in Tommy Rees's position. He is going to be the guy who ends up staying on the team because he helps the quarterbacks in the room process the information. I viewed him as a Kellen Moore, Jason Garrett type, man. You have a future as an offensive coordinator one day. I think so. Outside of that, I don't know what else more you could be, guy. And I'm just speaking on that, as far as I don't know which more you can be. I'm just saying that today because you had the opportunity to let it rip, bro, and you just don't let it rip. Let it go. Now, if one of your biggest things is you can't see over the line, can't nobody help that, bro. Ain't none of us in charge of how you was built or how you use what you had. Oh my God, bro. I hate this. But what I will say is, hopefully, being around Shedeur, it helps you just not be scared. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. You come out here playing crazy this week, they gonna be calling for Shedeur. I want to say this, man. I don't have a problem with Shedeur playing. I have a problem with the conditions he's playing under. I want to be very clear. Okay? Maybe Shedeur can, make our weapons look good. But how does that help the line? The line sucks. Joe Bitonio, 36, bro, and he's not the strongest guy in the field. Okay, Ethan Postage was, he's played better than his talent. You don't have tackles. Cam Robinson may be coming into form, and he may be a veteran that could be a solid piece on the left, but in all actuality, bro, like the line sucks. And I can understand people's sentiments of Shedeur used to playing behind bad lines so he can, he'll be able to adjust and make plays. But the Browns 2-6. I would much rather them have high draft picks again this year and let Shedeur be the backup or fight it out for the number one pick. Morning,
Same,
Clyde.
same,
Morning.
same here, bro. Same here, bro. I want us to, however this year play out, I still would like to see Shedeur just get some, get on that field this year. But next year, like, man, shit, bro. Big country linemen and receivers, man. We got we got the whole draft. We got everybody picked. So shit, man. Turn up. I ain't thinking about shout out to DJ Moore and all of my guys, but man, I ain't thinking about no quarterbacks right now, bro. We need way more than that because anybody we bring in here, it's gonna be the same thing. I don't give a fuck if it's John Elway. He gonna get put on his back, and we don't get nobody to block for him.
No, for real. I mean, like, I'm like this, right? At 2-6, even if the Browns win all 8 games,
Damn,
right?
2-6.
Even if they win all 8 games, right? And they go, or 9 games is left, however it works, right? Even if they win them all, do you really think this team can contend for a title this year? Like, do you really believe that? I ain't saying that if they do it, I wouldn't be rooting for them to do it. I'm just saying, realistically, looking at it right now, do you think this team is a Super Bowl contender? No. No. So do what benefits your team long term, right? Jerry Jeudy will only have 2 more years after this year on his contract. Isaiah Bond, you can coach him up. Jeremy, that's not how you say his name, but Jay Thrash, you can coach him up. You can find. I don't like the fact that they don't use Jerome Ford more. I'm pissed about that. Why not? Why are you not using this man when you got him in the backfield with Judkins? I don't understand it for the life of me. Hopefully, Rees does more of that. I don't listen. If y'all can get a top 5 pick, top 5 pick. And I ain't saying you should tank. I'm just saying, just let Dylan play the year out. Let Dylan play the year out. Right? Yeah, just let him play the year out, bro. I'm gonna keep saying this, man. I think a Shedeur Sanders that's been sat for a year comes out next year motivated, ready to take advantage of his opportunity to get a chance to showcase himself is a lot more productive position. Dylan Gabriel will be to show everybody this year that he not it and he can't do it. I mean, until he shows otherwise, what other conclusion do I have? So, y'all end up going, 5-12, 6-11. Cool, right? Do the top 5 pick, get some offensive weapons. That's what you need. You need offensive weapons. You're rebuilding the offense. Do the same thing to the offense that you was just able to do to the defense. I know people are going to say, oh, it's always next year with the Browns. It's always next year. But always next year is concluding that they can contend next year. And it's possible. You never know what can play out in the offseason and through the draft. But right now, they need a number 1 receiver. And they need to redo the line. Now, they got some potential pieces that they can use on the line. Guys that have been here a couple of years, then got their NFL body up. You got guys you'll be able to add to them via draft and free agency because I'm pretty sure the Broncos have some type of cap room. And worst case scenario, right? I don't even know if this is a worst case, but you're going to have a healthy Deshaun Watson to run with. And If I'm Stefanski and I'm looking at the draft coming up and I'm looking at my guy, I'm cool with the quarterback room I got. I got a top 10 quarterback still on my roster in talent. I got a guy who has the potential to be a future franchise guy on Shedeur. And I got a guy that could be a career backup already. Ain't nothing else to do with your QB room. What about your receiver room? What about your O-line room? What about finding a guy that can actually make an impact in a return game? I think you have two of those guys on the roster already, but y'all not using them that way. I think the reason you're not using them that way is because you don't have nothing to really utilize on the offense. But I still don't understand why David Njoku don't get 15 targets a game. If you're gonna throw the ball 50 times, Njoku should get 15 to 20 targets. Period. Jerry Jeudy should get at least 10 targets a game. What do you have to lose? You already suck. What do you have to lose by not utilizing these guys? What? I don't understand. What are you preserving them for? I like the fact that David Njoku is wanting to work out a long-term deal at some point. So for all the people that say Kevin Stefanski has lost the locker room, stuff like this does not support that. Now, maybe unless the players know something that Stefanski on his last leg, but I don't see how that works. The Browns need stability and continuity. And they could have worse coaches than what they got. Could they have better? They probably could. But stick with what you got. Perfect what you got. Once you finish building the team, if the coach isn't working out, then change the coach. That way the new coach has actually a team to work with. And you can actually see what type of coach you actually need in here. Until then, keep building. Keep building. Keep building, man. Julio, you got anything else you want to say on this topic before I switch it up?
No, you good to go. I'm in the back editing and working on these cartoons, man. But one thing before, so you still riding it out with Kev, right, for next year and all that. You
Yeah.
still ain't ready to get rid of Kev, right?
No. I'm right. I'm not willing to get rid of Kev. I don't see the point. I don't see the point. I don't see which I want people to understand, okay? A new coach is going to come in here and he's not going to keep the staff he has. He's going to want his own staff. He may not even like the players that we have. He's not going to keep the players. It doesn't matter what we fans think. That new coach is going to come in and put his own spin on things. One thing we can say that's true, that's a fact, is Kevin has yet in his 5-6 years here to get the offensive type of guys that he wants. I think this may be the first year he got a couple guys that he actually wants. No way you're going to make me believe that he was okay with having 3rd and 4th round talent guys and not 1st round talent guys on his offense. Who fucking wants to build an offense that doesn't involve 1st round talent guys? Like, make it make sense. No. Getting rid of Stefanski makes no sense right now. Wait, hold on right quick. Hold on. I need you to hold it down for a second right quick. Hold on. I need to get some water. Cleveland been rebuilding longer than a church parking lot fund. Oh my God, Johnny Five, man. Hold on. Yo. All right, hold on, because I had to get a drink of water. Y'all funny. All right, Johnny, hold on. Okay. You know what? I can't even knock you for that comment, all right? Let's say that first, right? But, you know, rebuilding would include you doing it properly. And this is probably the first time we could actually say they're kind of doing it properly. The Browns defense is fire. They zone kind of suck right now, but I think that's due to the play calling. I do think they still need to complete the linebacker room. Hopefully we get JOK back next year and put him with Schlesinger. I do like what Devin Bush is bringing and the fact that he's getting back to his old form. But we still got Nathaniel Watson down there. I want to see what he can do. We got a couple safeties back there. Hickman is playing really well this year. I like Donovan McMillan. I think he's somebody who could emerge. But the offense don't got nothing. Except for okay, let me say this, right? I like the quarterback room for what it has. I even like the running back room for what it has, right? You have enough talent there to figure out something. But in the tight end room fire. The problem is the wide receiver and offensive line rooms are not that impressive. And when it comes to the passing game, the most important positions to the passing game outside of the quarterback is the wide receiver room and the offensive line room. So, if they spend this next offseason fixing those two rooms and adding it to what they already have, I think the rebuild is over. And now it's just about completing what you have. I look forward to Deshaun Watson coming back with a chip on his shoulder. I very much do. Let me tell you something that everybody knows.
He got one, bro. He got one, a big one too. And he just relaxed and because he got that bread and shit, so he chilling. But he got a big one, because people, first of all, they all people talk about is the damn money, and they act like he don't want to play football and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he got a big chip on his shoulder. I follow him. So, yeah. But he being a good vet, man, and then they're doing this thing. He always in the building. So, but he definitely can come back, man, and hold it down. But he definitely got a big chip on his shoulder.
And Deshaun, what, like 29?
Yeah, I think he turned 29 this year.
So I'm saying, listen, bro. Deshaun still got at least another 6, 7, 8 years. All right. And even if he only with the Browns for a couple more years, I mean, that is the best option in the quarterback room. Anybody else who got Deshaun Watson would love to have him. Only in Cleveland they try to make it seem like it's bad to have him here. I don't agree with that. I think Junkins is a guy he can play with. I think Jerome Ford is a guy he can play with. Listen, I don't have a problem with Dylan Sampson. It's just that he has to be a specialty type of player. You know what I'm saying? Now, he could be an X factor in a lot of things, but he got to get his weight up, bro. Somebody said he could be a Darren Sproles type. I mean, I don't see how that's impossible. I definitely think it could be possible.
Who you talking about?
Huh?
Who you talking about? I missed it.
Sampson. Dylan.
You said who?
Dylan Sampson.
Oh, Sampson. Yeah, and I feel like with Sampson, like earlier when you was talking about Ford, I feel like they should hold on Sampson for a minute and let Ford get more of them touches and more plays for Ford.
Yeah, you need to run plays for Ford. You need the same plays you running for Sampson. Why not you running for Ford? It doesn't make sense. Like, come on, man. Like, How do you know what a person can do and you're not giving them the opportunity to do it? It's easy for me to say what a person can't do when I ain't giving them a chance to prove me wrong.
I think we're the only ones that rock with Ford.
I don't care.
Motherfuckers do not like Ford. They be hating before when he gets little opportunities, he be doing his damn thing, but shit, can't do everything by himself.
No, for real, man. Like, listen. I'm a person I'm gonna stand on my square. All right. I don't care if 99,000 people don't agree with me. I don't care. I don't need nobody's validation, bro. I'm a believe what I'm gonna believe until proven otherwise. I'm gonna always be like that, bro. For as long as y'all ever gonna be able to know of me, know about me, interact with me, bro, I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be. I don't care about none of that. But when it comes to this football, very few people in this world can outthink me on this football shit. And for anybody who want to put their money where their mouth is, we can do that. Because this shit right here, I know, right? Right now, you're not about to tell me that if you're going to go heavy running game, a big dose of Judkins with Ford is not going to help you. You cannot tell me that. You're not about to sit here and make me believe Samson is better than Ford. I don't believe it. Period. All right? So between them two and the two tight ends, I mean, you definitely could do a lot more. You know what I'm saying? But at the position we in, listen, the Browns win some games, bro. I'm happy for it. I ain't opposing them winning no games. All I'm saying is, though, how many games you expect them to win, bro? Like, what are you expecting? I don't expect shit from the Browns. Nothing. Okay, wait. Let me say this. What I expect from the Browns is to get better. I expect them to build on what they have and get better. I expect them to try to get as much top talent in this team as possible. As far as the conclusions of where they end up, I don't have no expectations for this season. If they don't win another game this season, I'm not going to be mad at the Browns, bro. I'm not. I'm just not. Okay? I understand when you're rebuilding the offense, that shit just takes time. All right? And again, Cleveland ain't a place everybody want to come live. It's just not. Most of the people that live in Cleveland don't want to live there. So, you know, I can just imagine somebody with some real bread. I can understand them not want to live there. It just is what it is. You know, eventually it'll get better. Eventually it won't be like that. But for right now, the status quo is the status quo. So, you know, it's gonna always be dog pound for life. Go Browns. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna always root for them from wherever I'm at in the world. My spirit still gonna root for them when my vessel is not here. But for this year and this season, they're gonna be cool. Now, when it comes to the Jets game, I don't know. I did say though, I will say this. I said the Browns might put up 40 this week on the Jets. Yes, I did. Actually, I got them like 41 to like 6 or something. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I said. Now, I might be outrageous for that. I don't care. But I feel like if Dylan Gabriel goes out and just plays ball without being scared, the Browns can put up some points, especially on these Jets. They can put up some points, some serious points, because you have guys that can score touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy can score. Njoku can score. Fannin can score. Tillman can score. Jerome Ford can score. Quinshon Judkins can score. That's 5 touchdowns. Your defense, the Browns' defense can score. Ward can get a pick 6. Miles can get a strip for a touchdown. And some other players on that defense could score. So, you know, I think when the Browns, with this team, if they firing on all cylinders, you know, the punting game is going well. The kicking game is going well as far as field goals. Certain guys are able to hit the end zone at least once a game. Being Njoku and Quinshawn and Fannin and Judy. And shit, that's about 30-something points alone. So I don't want to spend too much more time on them. But I do got the Browns winning this game convincingly. Whatever the score is, even if they don't put up 40, I still got them winning convincingly. Somebody said that the game might be 17-10 or 17-13. I don't think that's unreasonable. I think that's probably more reasonable than my prediction. But I'm still going to stick with my prediction. They putting up 40 on the Jets. You got rid of Sauce, we taking advantage of it. You don't got nobody in the middle, we taking advantage of it. Period. Now, Mozzie ain't no sucker, though. I like Mozzie Smith. He ain't no sucker. I don't know about the corners. With that being said, DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Let's talk basketball. Oh, holy. Let me hear what you got to say about these Cavs right quick. I know you got something you want to say about the Cavs. Where Hooli at?
Yo, I told you I was in the back working on this damn cartoon.
Oh, my bad.
No, you good. You
man,
said you talk about the Cavs?
About the Cavs. About to say something about these Cavs, man.
It's the beginning of the year. They look good when DG came back. I'm liking my boy Mobley. I'm liking that he getting confidence and taking them shots even though they ain't hitting them. Ball looking good, holding it down on the second team. He missing them damn threes. Oh, Ball, man, that boy's got some ugly shots. That's my guy though, but he holding it down for the second team. I mean, we looking good. I think we look good. A lot of people still hating on Allen and stuff right now, but season just started, and I really I ain't saying I don't care about the regular season, but Oh yeah, my boy Tom, my young boy, he holding it down. Oh man,
who you talking about, Proctor?
I mean, shit. It's cool for the first couple of games. We looking all right. Well, we lost 3.
Yeah, we 5-3.
5-3. Yeah, we looking all right. And I don't want us to have a season like last year when we were just dominating and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, hold it down, get y'all shit together, because we still starting off doing them losing them leagues and all that shit. So they got to get it together. I'd rather them get it together now than be going on these damn blowouts and all these comeback wins and all this old other shit. So, but go Cavs, man.
Definitely all in. Since you brought up Jared Allen, let me start with Jared Allen. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off. My beef with Jared Allen is you play too damn goofy. Stop being so damn goofy, bruh. Like, damn, you been in the league down there 10 years, bruh. You ain't serious yet? You ain't angry yet? That dog ain't in you yet? Jared Allen has a better post game than he displays. Jared Allen actually has some type of jump shot that can be utilized. Jared Allen has finishing moves. He can Euro. He could, bro, stop playing so damn soft.
Right. You right. And I'm tired of people talking about Tim Duncan went like, bro, Tim Duncan ain't talk, but he was far from soft. I don't know what people keep on talking. Tim Duncan, he wasn't no talker, but he wasn't soft. You weren't bullying on Tim Duncan at all.
Not even lightweight. And that's my thing with Allen, bro. You're playing too soft. You specifically play soft.
Oh, this is what they was talking about yesterday. They was talking about later in the season. They talking about shit. It might be better to bring that boy off the bench.
They should have been bringing him up. Listen. It's hard to bring $30 million off the bench. I understand that. But Mobley should be playing center. Okay?
Dan Gilbert don't care if that $3 million coming off the bench if it's gonna get us a ship.
I don't care either. I don't care how much money you make.
Dad don't give a fuck. He like shit. You get us a ship. I don't care who he is. When you hold it down. But yeah, man, I wanna.
When Mobley and Hunter play the 4 and 5, the team is a lot more fluent. Jalen Tyson is very much showing he's having a great year so far. Jalen Tyson is showing that he could start. I would very much be okay with a starting lineup of Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Tyson, DeAndre Hunter, and Evan Mobley. I would be very much okay with that. And then you're telling me the bench is Ball, Merrill, Strus with Nance and Allen, or Wade and Allen. I mean, it don't matter at that point. I think the Cavs have a good enough team to win a title with what they have. They do. They can shoot at all positions. They can run a break effectively. They can run half court effectively. They have multiple ball handlers that can create for others. They have guys who can attack the rim off the dribble, play above the rim. Like, the Cavs should be in the finals this year. Okay? Y'all done went through y'all growing pains. Y'all done went through y'all lumps and bumps. I ain't saying this has to be the year, but it should be. And if it's not the year, somebody has to go. Somebody got to go. Because it's the way y'all lose that's bothersome. It's not that y'all not getting there. It's the way and the reason y'all not getting there. And I'm so tired of by the time we get to April, everybody half-ass injured. Oh, this blows my mind. But listen, bring Allen off the bench. I don't care. And if you're not going to bring Allen off the bench, Jared Allen should be a rebound champion contender, a shot block contender. People should see Jared Allen down there and not want no parts. I don't see that. Now, they do that for Mobley. When they see Mobley down there, they don't want no parts. But they pick on Jared. And I'm so tired of seeing Jared try to check guys on the perimeter. If the only guys he should check on the perimeter is guys that don't got a good enough handle. Because Jared Allen does play defense. He can steal and block. And he can steal and run the break. So it's not like he a scrub. He just plays soft. Shout out to Spider Mitchell. Spider, I'm going to tell you. My biggest issue with you is that you look to score way more than you look to get your other guys involved. Whenever you got the ball, Spider Mitchell, you're going to draw attention. Anytime you touch the ball, a defense is going to gravitate to you, and that is fire. But you should be using that to get Darius Garland more open jump shots. You should be using that to get Jarrett Allen more points. You can score 20 to 30 points in a quarter. You are that magnificent. You could hit 15 shots in a row. You are that magnificent. Use that to get everybody else involved. You got to be the facilitator. I think you could average 25 plus points and 9 plus assists. I do. I believe in you that way. I think you can also do that and still average damn near 6 rebounds a game. I do. I believe in you, Spider. I genuinely believe in you. What I'm not convinced of is that you're number one on a championship team. And I only believe that right now because of the decisions you make, or you're looking to score before you're looking to get the team involved. That's my only beef with you, bro. Make these other players weapons. Listen, as a guy who's been a combo guard his whole life, trust me when I tell you, okay? When you are a prolific shot maker, nobody wants to see you get hot. Nobody. Because once you get hot, you're unstoppable. But also, when you get hot, nobody else on the team gets to touch the ball. I don't think you realize that. So you got to use that to your advantage to propel the rest of the team, bro. Again, you are a magnificent player. We in Cleveland are very much lucky and privileged to have you here. Make no mistake about it. We are in basketball heaven by having you and Evan and Darius. We are. But you, as the alpha right now, have to make sure the other guys are a threat. Because the more they're a threat, the more they can't double you. And I ain't seen nobody be able to check you one-on-one yet. Darius Garland. I'm gonna need you to play like your life depends on it. You got one of the best jump shots in the league. You have one of the best pure jumpers in the league. It should be a threat and on display every game. You, particularly Darius Garland, need to learn how to move without the ball. That is my challenge to you. You have to be, I think you should be Rip Hamilton, Reggie Miller, Steph Curry ability to move without the ball. Because you being a threat like that will open up so much more for the big man in the paint. And we need that, man. We need that. I want to see the Cavs in the finals this year. I do, man. I do. Okay. But I need to see some of these things. Lonzo Ball is a big piece to have. I was not a fan of getting Lonzo and giving up Okoro because I would have liked to see them together. And for all those that don't think Okoro is having an impact, isn't Chicago 6-1? Chicago balling. And if I am mistaken, Isaac Okoro plays very big minutes on that team. Okay? So, where people keep saying Okoro's so trash, he finds a way to end up on a team that's winning. He ends up finding a way to contribute on a regular basis. Like, No, for real.
Oh, my mic was on mute. Yeah, man. Shout out to Coral. That's my dog. I always used to defend him. And I'm happy he over there. Well, shit, he in our division, but I'm happy he over there doing his thing, man. Definitely want youngster to do his thing.
No, I don't.
But if we can, I want a man. Want it like Allen, my dog, but bro, I want somebody like a Damos, something like that.
You talking about Sabonis?
Yeah, I want a Damos.
Yes.
Or something like that. You feel me? That's what we need. Hey, if we could get him, who would you give up? Because
Allen,
Jared
Allen,
man, they will not
Wade, and a draft pick. I would give up Jared Allen, Dean Wade, and a draft pick to put Demontis Sabonis.
We had to get him a wood draft pick. They gonna take some shit.
I don't give a fuck what draft pick it is.
Yeah, we had to get them some ones and some more. I think
we don't.
I think they'll want more than Allen.
No, listen. Demontis Sabonis don't play no damn defense. So y'all can chalk that shit. But y'all can chalk that shit. Allen gonna give you great defense. He don't play up his potential.
He'll block some shit. He definitely
yeah. And he gonna be over there playing with Westbrook.
One thing and you losing another.
But we got defenders on the team, so it's not like. But having Sabonis down there is the guy that's gonna actually get on them boards. Yep. He gonna be like a new school Kevin Love.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites in the league. That boy's a dog. Yeah, I dropped my bag on Sacktown earlier in the year to take it all. Coming out the West.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Sabonis with Mobley at the center, man, crazy work.
That would be crazy.
And listen,
you could take him there. You want Mobley to push the center, huh?
Yeah, Mobley is center.
I mean, yeah,
he's center.
Yeah, he's center.
Like he in his 4th, 5th year, he already getting the bag. He getting stronger. Mobley at center is a mismatch. He's a mismatch. Now you say, oh, well, we have to check Wembanyama. So fucking what?
Right.
And so what? Maybe to push his game. Like, come on. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm like way over Jared Allen, man. I'm over it. He just played too damn goofy for me, man. Play fucking serious.
Yeah, and I ain't trying to wait. Allen cool, but I'm not trying to wait to the playoffs. When we get knocked out second round last year again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I ain't trying to wait and have to deal with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because New York is just certain teams. It'd be like, nigga, where you at? Like they bully on them. Like, bro, where you at? So what do you think the Cavs got to do to get over that hump, make it past the second round this year? And do you think they can do it with the team that we got right now?
Yeah. They can go to the finals with these teams if everybody lock in. If everybody lock in, this is a championship team. Without the trades. It's a team. This team is there. Okay? Listen, my cousin been saying something and I agree. Dean Wade, what the fuck are you doing? Dean Wade is pissing me off. You're 6'10" and you play like you 6'2". You're pissing me off. Jalen Tyson played bigger than you. And that is a problem. Okay? I would, listen. Greg Porter Jr. played bigger than you. And he's really like 6'2", 6'3". Like, Dean Wade, he pissing me off too. He really good. He got the size and he can play good defense, you know what I'm saying? But you don't play tough enough either. And part of me feel like if Jared Allen played a lot meaner, a lot of that team would play a lot meaner. So, with that being said, though, I'm about to let y'all go. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. And whenever you see the stream up, always feel free to chime in, jump in. You know what I'm saying? We usually have the links in the chat. But today I just wanted to come up and chop it up with y'all for a minute because I ain't been here. There's a very good chance that I'll be back later on in the afternoon with some more to talk about. But it's always love, man. You all be easy, be safe. I'll let y'all in a few.